my fellow Toastmasters, and yes, according to a study by of Washington's Social Department Research Group, adults who faced abuse, physical or emotional abuse as children, are likely to repeat this. I'll tell you my story. I grew up in such an environment where whatever you do was never enough, where you were flogged for every little mistake that you made. And growing up as an adult, I found out that this affected me a lot. Low self-esteem. So it will not shock you to know that growing up, I promised myself and said to myself, I will not repeat these patterns, that I will be a better parent, a better guardian. But fast forward many years later, now I'm grown up, and I have my younger brother come stay over with me. To my greatest surprise, I repeated the same patterns. Even though it was really, really hurting that I'm doing these things, why do I continue to do them? Why do I repeat the same patterns that were done to me? Do I have the power to change it? So I went searching. And today I'm here to share with you 4 things that I found, 4 techniques that can help you break this circle so that you do not pass it on to your children. Number 1 is that you should acknowledge your own abuse. So one thing that has helped me a lot is to think back and ask myself questions. What was my part? What part did I play in this abuse? What are abuses and what are not? If you are able to acknowledge these facts and look into your own life and acknowledge these abuses, it will first help you bring them to the surface, and that's where dealing with them starts. Number 2, reshape your thinking by allowing newer and better parenting style. What I would say here is learn, learn, learn. There's a popular saying that says that if you know better, you will do better. So one thing I'll advise is that to be a better parent and to break this cycle, learn, learn, learn. Expose yourself to different parenting styles. Read books on different parenting styles. Watch videos and be around people who exhibit the kind of parenting style you would like to exhibit and the way you like to treat your children. Number 3, forgiveness. Learn to forgive yourself. Learn to forgive your parents, because the truth is, like I said earlier, if you know better, you do better. Sure. They acted not because of hate, but it might also be because they were also, these same things were done to them by their parents. And please, whatever you do not go on the line of saying, oh, now I understand what my parents went through now that I'm a parent. Do not forget what you went through and the mental state you were in as a child when those things were done to you. And lastly, use positive languages to help your children and shape their behavior. Instead of using a word like, what kind of a person hits his little sister? You want to use the word, hitting a person is hurtful. So that's why we keep our hands to ourselves. So whatever you do, I'll advise you today that if you grew up in an abusive home, please do your best to break these circles by applying these 4 steps that I just outlined. Thank you very much, the Toastmaster.
Now that was a speech. That was a word. I really connected to your speech, not necessarily because I was abused as a kid, but as an adult now, I understand. See, my dad was an orphan, and he did certain things that I didn't understand then, but now, as an adult, I understand. So we are moving back to back. So I'm going to call the next speech, which is the next speaker, which is TM Fumi Ilori. TM Fumi Ilori is the CEO of I Read Mobile Library. He's an educational consultant and a prolific writer of children's books. She joined Toastmasters in 2021 and has won Best Table Topic Speaker as a guest. Her hobbies include photography, storytelling, reading, and adventure. She will be evaluated by our president in the person of TM Larry Lawal. TM Larry, can you tell us what his object or our objectives are?
Thank you most graciously, our able past president, tall, dark, and handsome, my fantastic friend, and one of the influencer reason why we're having this hybrid and physical meeting. So the purpose of the speech for TM Fumi Ilori is to project members to whereby you can present your speech on any topic and receive feedback and apply the feedback on the second speech you're going to give after the speech. And the purpose again is just for you as a person to demonstrate to us so that you can apply the same feedback from your previous first speech for it to be reflected in the speech. So TM Fumi Ilori, since it's an hybrid meeting, we had one physical speech. You are online. TM Fumi Ilori would like you to take it away. Can you hear us, TM Fumi Ilori, please? The virtual lecture is yours. TM Fumi Ilori, if you can hear us, say hi.
Hi, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, that was a very good sonorous voice. Take it away, TM Fumi Ilori, over to you.
All right, beautiful morning, Toastmasters and guests. My name is Fumi Ilori, as I've been introduced. And today I will be giving a speech that resonates so much with me. And the title of my speech is The Secret of the Staying Power. The Secret of Staying Power. Today, we're celebrating the 8th year anniversary of my organization, I Read Mobile Library. And we have guests in the room also listening to me. And I want them to also listen to my voice and my talk on the staying power. What is it that has helped me go on in this journey? I want to also be able to tell our audience today and fellow Toastmasters how we can all build together and stay on the goal for us to achieve. Thomas Edison said that many people give up too soon in life, not knowing that success is close by. I've heard a lot of people say that if you become your own boss, then you have all the time in the world. I wish that was so, because as a boss to yourself, you have very limited time. There is so much you need to achieve by yourself. I've also heard people say that the boss knows it all. Oh, I wish. The boss doesn't know it all, but the boss needs people, a lot of people to draw strength from. And that's why you need to hire people smarter than you. Have you heard that? Hire people smarter than you. Another saying that I've heard is that if you have exposure to education, to quality education, then you have it all. Well, education would help you build, but education would not build for you. So, on this journey of 8 years in the industry, we are the first of its kind, running the foremost innovative mobile library. There's nobody to copy. What is making us stay on this journey? And I'd like to share the tips with us. First of all, you need to have a dream. What is your dream? What is going to keep you to follow that path to your dream? Are you dreaming big? Or are you dreaming small? What are your fears? What is keeping you from becoming all that you want to be? You've got to follow those dreams. That dream and pursuing it should have a why. Why do you want to do what you do? You need to keep revisiting your why. If you don't, if you forget your why, you will soon get tired. The staying power requires that you are fastidious about it. You must know that this is a journey and you must stay on that journey. Another thing that you need to do with your staying power is to develop and research on what it is that you're doing, because you must get better at it. Yes, you must get better at it. Your customers want more. Your clients are imagining, they want you to do more for them. There are competitions out there. If you're not researching, if you're not reading, if you're not getting mentorship and coaching, you will be living in the past. You need to be able to stay on that journey. Stay on the journey so that you can attain much more than even what it is that you have dreamt. And some of us will be wondering, oh, Fumi is talking about business and business people. Well, that may be the focus, but I'm also talking to all of us, whether you're an employee, you are a student, or you are just upcoming. Whatever role that you play, please note that you also must have the staying power. If you don't have the staying power, how do you even stay on the marriage? If you don't have the staying power, how do you stay on that journey? If you don't have the staying power, how do you even move ahead? And so, my challenge to everyone today is that you begin to build yourself up in a way that helps you to move ahead. The more you move, the more fulfillment you have. And I'm saying to everyone today, please stay on that, stay on it. The people that build and leave the building, they're going to start over again. So, but keep building. And before you know it, you would get to the rooftop. And that building will be known as something everybody wants to align with. I'm grateful today because it's our anniversary, and I look forward to 80 more years and even 800 years to come. And I hope that will be your testimony too. Thank you.
To clap. Thank you very much. That was a fantastic speech. And I'm highly delighted at the speech, everybody. So moving on, without much ado, I would like to introduce another friend, another personality. The reason why I'm calling him my friend, we're both Liverpoolian, for you that will be watching matches today. So I think that can calm you down, because these guys had a lot loaded. TMI Oshiji joined Toastmasters as I am in 2017. TMI Oshiji loves sports, and TMI Oshiji will be speaking on the word dynamic leadership, and will be evaluated by TM Salif. TM Salif will read the purpose of the speech, which is from the pathway, dynamic leadership, and project category, understanding your leadership style. When you see this man, you will understand the reason why he has dedicated this speech to be on, and he came here physically all the way from mainland to deliver this speech. And after delivering this speech, you're going to see him on the pitch very soon to watch Liverpool match this evening. So welcome to the and hybrid lectern, TM Ayoshidi. So TM,
Okay, the purpose of this speech is for the member to identify his or her primary leadership style or styles. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspects of his or her primary leadership style or discuss leadership styles in general. He has the floor.
Thank you very much.
We're not seeing you guys again, please.
Can you see me now?
Can you see?
I can see them. I can see them.
Thank you very much.
I can't.
For God, B is for me. C is for the brilliant student in the class.
But the volume is low.
Okay, so that was the first statement I would hear from a lecturer when I was in school at my undergraduate days. That was strange to me. I listened fastidiously to that statement. Really, how can a lecturer be saying that kind of statement? Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I'll be talking on the different leadership style. To start with, I would love to define who is a leader. A leader is someone that gathers people around to achieve a specific goals. In doing that, the leader must adopt a method, and that method is called the leadership style. So in essence, the definition of leadership style is the method in which a leader achieves the specific goals. Today, I'll not be able to touch on every leadership style because of time. I'll only speak on two, which is the bureaucratic leadership style and the autocratic leadership style. To start with, what is the bureaucratic leadership style? The bureaucratic leadership style is the method of style and leadership in which there is a specific rule, a rule that should be adhered to, which is being set by an authority. Say, for example, a Chicken Republic, in their core operational goals, set the goal that any of the entrepreneur that wants to buy into their franchising. Franchising in this sense means you coming to them to want to use their name to sell your good or to set up a restaurant, more or less. So you have to have a good location, and you have to have a top-notch cook and chef. You agree with me, going to a Chicken Republic anywhere in this country, there's something about the taste of their chicken. It's always similar, one way or the other. So that has been stated in their operational goals that if you want to buy into our franchise, you need to adhere into the street goals and street objective or something like that. So that is one of those kind of. So individual that need to buy into that franchise need to adhere to it one way or the other. So what are the bureaucratic leadership style? First is individual are not expected to use initiative. They tend to adhere to the rules that are based on initiative. So, and the number one
merits of that kind of leadership style leads to resentment among employees. When you gather people that have a lot of initiative, and I experience, they tend to have resentment. Am I up to right micromanaging that? Okay, I'm not being, I'm on to like one way or the other. So that's one of the demerits, and it is very the broadcasting that is best suited in a company where you need to achieve a goal, like you need to achieve a goal efficiently and effectively. The second leadership style I'll talk on is authoritarian leadership style. In a way, it's kind of similar to a broadcasting leadership style. Yeah, an authoritarian leader is just a single person staying in a position and dishing out rules and regulations that should be followed. Example of an authoritarian leader would be Vladimir Putin or Adolf Hitler. That person is a person that will dish out what is to be done, and it needs to be followed. Most of the authoritarian autocratic leaders that we have are always more likely to, they are always I'm looking for the right word here, tend to become too powerful, and they tend to now use force on their member, because now they are going, if you don't follow the rules, they will use their veto power to do something not in line. So that's basically, so for authoritarian leaders, they set out the rule, these are the objectives really, they set out the rule to be followed. You are not like, just like the bureaucratic, you are not expected to use your initiatives. You tend to listen to whatever the leader, the autocratic leader is saying to you. You tend to always abide to the rule. Just like the bureaucratic, the major demerit of this is also that the leader, the employee and the individual in this, that is being led in this kind of situation, also tend to have resentment to micromanagement, because as we have, they will believe that, okay, I'm not letting me use my initiative to even achieve more goals or something, or let's say I'm not being fully utilized one way or the other. So in my quest to now determine my own leadership style, I realized that I portray different leadership style, because there's no one cap fit up for a leadership, for a style in leadership. There's no one cap fit up, because you need to at different stages you need to have a set goal. Okay, this is what I mean, because if you want to achieve this kind of goal, then I used to follow this method. So in all, I noticed that, okay, I have a bit of innovative, which I didn't talk about. Innovative is somebody that allows, innovation is someone that allows his individual, like the followers, to use their initiative in a way. But there are always a bit of guidance, because you don't need to, because you are giving think outside the body, the freedom to speak outside the box doesn't mean you should not be beyond the confines of the law, one way or the other. So back to my opening statement, I was so perplexed by the statement of the lecturer in my first year, already condemning the students to failure by saying C is for the brilliant students. I asked myself, are we really leading? So it is Edison that said, Brain Tracy, Brain Tracy said in his definition of the leadership style, he said, a leader is someone that gather ordinary people to achieve an extraordinary result. With this, I end my speech by inviting the Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was a wonderful speech. You can see that we're turning things around here. I'm putting on a Liverpool jersey because there's a match today. So, and that's the essence of physical meeting. So, without much ado, I would like to introduce to the hybrid lecture, not just physical lecture. Another person, I don't know if we all have crush on that. The general evaluator today, TM Julie. With a round of applause,
Good afternoon once again. I don't know if that's the fastidious Babele or. So thank you, and I'm happy to be back. So we're doing it, we're taking things differently today because of time. So for all those who spoke, your evaluators will get in touch with you and give you your speech and feedback directly, please, so that we can take time. Apologies for that twist in the agenda. That said, this meeting has been fantastic. Before I give my feedback, I would like to call upon my team members, my Avengers, as I like to call them, to give us our feedback for today's meeting. First up on the list is our grammarian de facto, our president, our beautiful, smart TM
Thank you. Oh, I'm blushing like always. Okay, so very quickly, I would like to address the use of the word of the day. So I listened fastidiously to every speaker, and okay, during the speeches, Toastmaster Muslimat used it once. Toastmaster Bailey used it once as well, and every other speaker did not use it, except for Toastmaster Jules that always tries to. I don't know, there's no award for this thing. Please remind that. I used it about 5 times. Okay, good one. Please, a round of applause. Now, for the use of words, we actually did well in our use of grammar, but I would like to address just a few words. Someone said insecurity and security. It should be insecurity and security. And someone said taking us back in retrospect. I believe that is tautology, because in retrospect it means taking it back or just basically back in the past. So it should just be in retrospect or taking in retrospect. And someone said at my undergraduate days, I believe it should be in my undergraduate days or during my undergraduate days. And some words like, okay, this is more like sentences that I like. Someone said, if you know better, Toastmaster Chris, you will do better. And Toastmaster Benny also said, a leader is someone that gathers ordinary people to achieve extraordinary results. I love that very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, our president and the grammarian for today. Next role player I'm going to call for the lectern is the timekeeper for today, TM Ruth. TM Ruth, please.
Thank you, everybody. Please, I want to confirm you can hear me.
We can hear you.
Okay, fantastic. So everybody spoke within time for the prepared speeches. So I will just be calling out the time results. For the table topic, Chinedu spoke for 56 seconds and TM Lawrence spoke for 2 minutes 29 seconds. That was close. TM Larry spoke for 2 minutes 26 seconds. For prepared speech, for prepared speech, TM Chinedu also spoke for 5 minutes on the dot. TM Fumi spoke for 6 minutes 5 seconds, and TM Ayon CG spoke for 6 minutes 40 seconds. So all our speakers for the prepared speech were on time. Thank you very much.
I'm going to talk soon.
Toastmaster Korede, you have the floor.
Okay, yes, I just sent a message. I couldn't hear TM Jules. Okay, thank you very much. TM Jules, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I have prepared some questions to see if everyone was listening. I have tried to be fastidious using my listening skills. And I'd also first like to commend TM Jules for being fastidious about the fact that she didn't listen to our guest, Chinedu Adegwu. So I have some questions. The first one is, how many leadership styles did TM Ayosiji speak about?
2.
Mention them.
Bureaucratic.
Bureaucratic and autocratic.
Well
Then he
done.
talked about innovative. So he talked about 3.
He actually mentioned.
He said he was going to
mainly
talk about
2.
2, but he did talk about 3.
Yes, but he really talked about 2 mainly throughout the session. Thank you. Anyway, thank you. Maybe that was a bit tricky. 2. TM Ilori, congratulations on the anniversary of I Read. How many years anniversary is I Read celebrating today?
8.
Fantastic, well done. Who was, the third question, who was fastidious during the excursion attended by our guest Chinedu Adegwu? Who was fastidious during the excursion attended by guest Chinedu Adegwu? Who remembers that?
The principal of the school.
Chinedu. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Over to you. I think it's been a very good session today. Over to you, TM Jules.
Thank you so much. I'm listening to evaluation team Muslimat. Now I'm back as a general evaluator, and I will give my quick evaluation of the meeting. First off, I loved the energy of today's meeting. I mean, it was very infectious, so well done to everybody who contributed to that. Secondly, I love the cooperation of everybody today. We were patient, even though we had lots of glitches from the beginning to this very point of the meeting. Now, the speakers, even with the inherent distractions all around them, they managed to stay in character. And that was very, very interesting to watch. So well done to the speakers. Now to the fantastic role players, from the sergeant at arms, through the president, the Toastmasters, and everybody who contributed to this meeting. Well done, well done. This is the first of its kind, and you did very well. Please clap for yourself as you. So that's it. There were lots of glitches in today's meeting, and it's due to the fact that this is our first hybrid meeting. Before I talk about my feedback on areas we can improve upon on the hybrid meeting, I think we should celebrate ourselves for having this hybrid meeting in the first place. I mean, we are both here. I've been hugging, not kissing, just hugging. And this was my first time to meet a lot of people. So I'm happy that we have this hybrid meeting. And I look forward to more of us in the next meeting. That said, there were some things you could have done differently or done better in today's meeting. Firstly, the hybrid participants could have come to this earlier. Because if we had come earlier, glitches were experienced all through the meeting, could have been managed before the meeting, and we would have had a smoother meeting. So there were a lot of distractions in house. Even though this is the first, we could have done better. That said, the meeting started late and is ending late, and like I said,
general evaluator, the Toastmaster, and the president of Lighthouse Prestige Club. I thank you once again, and I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks when we have our next meeting. Thank you so very much.